Dragon boat racing is a water sport with ancient Chinese roots that is growing in popularity. The dragon boat itself is colourful and ornate, a narrow boat with a dragon head at the bow and tail on the stern, along with colourful scales on the side of the boat. The paddles used are symbolic of the dragon's claws. The Dragon Boat Festival is traditionally celebrated on the 5th day of the 5th month on the lunar calendar. The history of the festival is thousands of years old, and there are different myths surrounding its origins. There are the stories about farmers who paddled on the river with boats decorated with dragons to appease the rain gods to protect their crops for a good harvest. The most widely known story is that of the scholar Ku Yuan, a court advisor who was sent to exile by the emperor. When the kingdom was overtaken by another state, he drowned himself in the Milua River in the Hunan province. His supporters threw rice wrapped in bamboo into the water to feed his spirit. These pyramid-shaped sticky rice balls are wrapped in bamboo so that the fish couldn't eat them. These delicacies are called zhong and is commonly eaten during the Dragon Boat Festival. In Victoria, dragon boat competitions are held during the warmer months between October and March in metro and regional areas. One of the competitions is held during Chinese New Year on the Yarra River, where we will meet one of the longest running Melbourne dragon boat teams, the CYSM Sea Dragons.
Yep. And what's your background?
I'm Malaysian Chinese, so I was born in Malaysia and then I moved here 11 years ago.
I am, my parents are from Malaysia and I was born in Canada, but I've lived most of my life in Australia.
As in my nationality, I'm Malaysian Chinese.
Hi, my name is Yvonne, so I'm Malaysian Chinese. So I've been in Melbourne for like 15 years now.
What's your background?
My background is Australian-born Chinese, so I was born in Melbourne.
I've done dragon boating for about 2 years. Why did I like it? I like it because it's challenging and it's fun, and it's a team sport, and then you're paddling with like 20 other people, and they're always fun.
I've been in dragon boat racing for about 4 years. I think I like the team and the exercising. It was challenging, so what attracts me to dragon boat racing is the challenge of how everyone's so strong, everyone's so fit.
I've been participating for about 4 years now, I guess. But yeah, I just decided to do something Chinese cultural-wise and found dragon boating. I do like the team. The team's probably the most fun part about it. It's a great social culture.
Season would be my 5th season, so it'll be about 4 to 5 years now. So it's been fun.
What attracted you to the sport?
Well, my friend kind of like introduced me to dragon boating, and I thought that because everyone's such a family, so we train together, we kind of like eat together after dinner and stuff like that. It's just a whole community feel, which was what really attracted me to dragon boating. So yeah, it was good.
And when you like racing, how long have you been dragon boat?
This will be my 3rd season, so about 3 years. Well, I was brought up by one of my friends was doing dragon boating. She said, "Oh, well, come along." And I guess I really started enjoying when I first came because it was...
I guess it's only a small part of Chinese culture, like the dumplings festival, which is in May or sometime along that line. Yeah, it's good that it incorporates the drum, the dragon head, which is like unique to Chinese culture.
Dragon boat promotes Chinese culture because it was part of our history. We're sort of keeping it alive here.
So, because dragon boating has always been part of, because my grandma's from China, so dragon boating has always been part of our tradition. Like, we always knew about dragon boating, so that's actually pretty good. So being in it actually helps promote the Chinese culture, so yeah.
How does it help promote Chinese culture? I guess because our team is the Chinese Youth Society of Melbourne. It's all of us, predominantly most of us are from an Asian background, so I guess we're the only sort of Asian sort of team in Melbourne, so I guess that's a really good way to promote the Chinese culture.
Yeah, well, like cooking Chinese food, and I still mix with a lot of Chinese in Melbourne, and then we all do like Asian Chinese food. The other stuff, like maybe Chinese New Year reunion dinner. I mean, my family's not here, but me and my Dragon Boat teammates, we would organize a dinner. We would cook like special Chinese New Year's food. Yeah, these are the things we do, cooking. Yeah.
Connecting with Chinese culture. In the past I did martial arts, so a form of Chinese Kung Fu. But other than that, it's more family, cultural, traditional activities like Chinese New Year, big dinners, the food, and that's about all, yeah.
It's alright. Usual things like, not so much in public, but it's more of a family cultural thing, so we do celebrate traditional things like Chinese New Year, a lot of the ancestral things like, it's a bit hard to explain that one, but yeah, mostly just a lot of family-oriented cultural ones, so.
I think it's just a matter of sharing the traditions with your colleagues, with your friends. So that helps a lot, like telling them all about Chinese New Year and what we usually do at Chinese New Year. So, yeah.
I guess other ways I connect with Chinese culture, I guess, is through my family. So doing, the Chinese festivals, obviously food, Chinese food, and, coming together and making it and eating. Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, like we know the story and we know it pretty well. And although, like, after all, it's about winning the race, and no, it's not really about culture here anymore. I mean, maybe a little. Yeah, it does give me the sense of pride that I'm Chinese and I'm doing Dragon Boat. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's why I decided to do Dragon Boat, because it's part of the Chinese culture. So I thought being a little bit more involved in the Chinese aspect of it all, I guess.
Yes, I do think it is more meaningful, and particularly when I started dragon boating, my parents were quite excited that I was doing a Chinese sport and doing dragon boating, so they came down a few times to watch me race, so I think they were quite proud that I was doing something more Chinese.
The ritual of the blessing ceremony is held at the start of the dragon boat competition. The praying and offering of food to the gods is to protect the paddlers on the water and to wish for a safe competition. Celebrating Chinese New Year or participating in line dancing or dragon boat racing are some of the many ways one can meet other Chinese people and feel part of the Chinese community. With the active and passionate work of Chinese community organisations and clubs, we believe that Chinese culture, with all its colour, vibrancy and spirit, will be preserved. How about you? How do you connect with Chinese culture? Join the conversation on our Twitter feed or Facebook page. You can also check out these websites for more information on how you could get involved with lion dancing or dragon boat racing. In our next episode, we will explore other Chinese traditions practiced by families for wedding celebrations and the arrival of a new baby.